What do I do now? I'm gonna be abandoned in an orchard all night? Like, I can't call my parents and be like, hey, I'm drunk and on Molly. Can you come pick me up in an orchard that I don't know where I am? What's cracking? What's poppin', my peeps? It's your girl, LC, and welcome. Welcome to a story time. I will be sharing with you guys my crazy teen party stories from when I was in high school. More specifically, when I was like 15, because I was a little hooligan and I ran around town like... There's a moth that's been flying in my room for like literal days and it's bugging me. I swear it's biting me. I have so many bug bites, so I'm trying to kill it. Okay, so I'm gonna give a little bit of a warning because most of these stories revolve around alcohol. So if you're sensitive to alcohol and drug use, I'm sorry. I was a bad kid. I'm so sorry. Don't judge me. But if that's not your thing, I understand. Secondly, this is not a video to like encourage young teens to go drink and party and shit. Like, that's not what this is about. It's just me talking about my experiences and what a fucking wild child I was. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like, I don't want people to think I'm like pushing in, telling kids like, go drink, oh my god. No, that's not what I'm doing, so I don't condone that, nor do I think it's okay for people to drink while they're in high school. So yeah, learn from my experiences on what not to do. So most of these stories consist of when I was like 15, which is not cute, but I just figured they'd be fun to share. In my town, so I don't live in like a city town, so you know there's not like city life and a lot of things for us to do. So we were like bored half the time, and when I say we, I mean like people in high school. So like what else was there to do? Drink and party and get crazy.
Get crazy, get wild, let's party, get loud.
So first story, it's not anything crazy, it's just like a little funny story to give you a giggle, to kind of like ease you in to what's to come. I'm going to try to refrain from using names, like actual names, because some of these people in these stories I don't talk to anymore, so I don't even want to get involved with that. So me and my friend Mary, I'm gonna call her Mary. Me and my friend Mary, we're going out, right? We're gonna go out with our friends. I'm gonna go meet up with friends. So it's me and Mary and like a couple of our other friends. I think there's like 3 other friends. So we go to this party and we're all like having a good time, drinking, being crazy kiddos, just living it up. You know what I'm saying? Like everything's good, just having the time of our lives. So at one point in the party, I end up separating from Mary and our other group of friends, and I end up talking to my friend Thomas. So Thomas and I are like standing in a circle with a couple other people in it. There's probably about like collectively 10 people standing in the circle, while Mary and the rest of my friends who I came with are like behind me. So I'm like talking to Thomas. I'm not really listening to what else is going on in the circle, in the conversation, because I'm having my own conversation. So I kind of like hear something being said. I can't remember verbatim, but it was something along the lines of like,
you won't hit him.
and I'm like, wait, what? So this conversation is going on with like 2 guys who were standing in the circle. And when I say 2 guys, I mean 2 fucking men. And when I say men, I mean they weren't men, but they were huge. Literally, they were like 6 foot, like buff ass dudes, tattoos. So I'm assuming these 2 dudes get in some type of argument. I don't know if one pushed the other or what happened. So I was just like, what is going on? So obviously Thomas and I like redirect our attention to like what's happening in front of us, because they're literally like right across from us in our circle fighting. So I was like, what the fuck? So these 2 big ass dudes just start fighting, like literally out of nowhere, like one punches the other, they start fighting. So obviously the circle breaks apart and they like move with each other to like fight, because you know, like they're scooting back and like fighting and stuff. So I look back because I'm like, yo, like I wonder if Mary and like the rest of my friends are seeing this. So I turn around to like tell Mary like, look, or like, what the fuck, you know? I look and Mary's not there, but the rest of my friends are. So I was like, I just turned around like a couple seconds ago. She was right there. Where the hell did she go? So I like say to my friend like, where is Mary? And she's like kind of giggling a little bit, and she like is like pointing like, look, and I'm like, what? And I look and the boys had fallen over and were fighting on the ground, and Mary was underneath. My friend Mary was stuck underneath two big ass dudes fighting. Like, they were literally fighting on top of her. And I was just like, oh my God, like, someone needs to help her. Like, does no one see her? Is no one gonna help her? I can't help her. I can't get two huge ass dudes off. Like, what can I do? So I'm like looking at Mary. She looks terrified. The fear in her eyes. She's like scooting back, you know, because like they're on the ground. So she's like scooting back, but they're just like moving with her as she's going. Like, as she's scooting back, they're like literally moving with her, like fighting on top of her. This happened in a backyard, mind you. I don't think I said this. We were in a backyard. So all of a sudden, I see some random ass dude run from the opposite end of the backyard all the way across to where the boys are fighting. And I'm like, thank God, he's gonna go help Mary. Yeah, no, he just like pushed a trampoline out of the way so the guys can still continue to fight, but like no one went and helped Mary. So that's not like a crazy story, but it's just a story that I hold so near and dear to my heart because it was just one of the like funniest moments I've ever witnessed with Mary. I mean, she hates it probably, but like we used to giggle about it back in the day. She was totally fine. Nothing happened to her other than the fact that her pants got like pulled down from like the friction on the ground. She had like dirt in her ass crack and stuff. So she was good. She was good. Story number 2. So this story starts with whenever we had nothing to do, we couldn't find anything to do, there was this one guy's house who would just be like, okay, yeah, you guys can come over. And then we would just go and like drink and do whatever at his house. So I'm gonna call him Christian. So it was a night where we had nothing to do, so everyone's like, let's go to Christian's. And I was like, okay, cool, like, yeah, we'll go to Christian's. So this night is just a night in history for me because it's the first time I ever did Molly. My parents would be so proud of me. Yes, I was 15 years old and I took Molly. Okay, I'm not proud. It's not a proud moment of mine, but like, all my friends were doing it. I had FOMO. I didn't want to be like a loser. I succumbed to peer pressure in that time. So yeah, so I'm like on Molly. You know what I'm saying? So like ecstasy, I think. I don't even fucking know what Molly is. And I took this drug like a dumbass 15-year-old that I was. And I was drinking on top of that. Like, on top of taking Molly, I was drinking with it. I don't know the, like, implications of that, but I just know that's not the best idea. So anyway, we're at Christian's. And like I said, you know, whenever we had nothing to do, we would just go to Christian's. So it was a known thing that parties happened at Christian's house. So such a known thing that the neighbors continuously called the cops. So the last time we had something at Christian's, the cops were like, hey, like, if it happens again, it's getting shut down. Us being crazy kids, we're like, who cares? Authority who? No, we're gonna do what we want. So we did do what we wanted, and we had a party at Christian's. So I'm just like chilling, having a good time, you know, on Molly with my friends. We're just laughing, having good ass times, making memes. I keep forgetting, most of these parties were in backyards for the most part because nobody let people party in their house. So this is in a backyard. So like it's very obvious that there's like people in the backyard, especially if you're like in the front, like you can hear everybody. It's so obvious that there's like people back there, you know what I'm saying? We're just like giggling, laughing, having fun, and then all of a sudden someone just says,
Everyone shut the fuck up, cops are here.
and we're like, fuck, we're done. We are done. So everyone's kind of like panicking at this point, you know, like we can't go through the gates because the cops are in the front. So if we like go through the gates, they're gonna see us coming out. We can't go through the front door to leave because cops are out in the front. So Christian had this like room, like not even a room, it was a shed, right? So there was this little shed in his backyard called the smoke room where people would go and like smoke weed and whatever. So we're like, oh shit, the cops are gonna come into the backyard. We need to hide. So literally this shed, I'm not kidding you, could comfortably fit like 4 people. You know, it's not big. We crammed like literally 10 to 12 people inside this little shed. So we're all just like sitting there, listening, hearing the cops and shit. And behind the shed is kind of like a garage type thing, like it's open on both ends. So like people were hiding in there as well. So it's so quiet. You can hear like the cops walk into the gate because you can like hear the little like radio things. You just hear like footsteps like walking by. So I'm shitting bricks because one, I'm 15 fucking years old. I have no business drinking, being at a party, being on Molly. Two, police, hello, like, hello, I don't want to get arrested. I could get arrested. Three, my dad is a cop. So I'm like, do they know my dad? Are these people that I know? Like, are they gonna tell my dad? Four, my parents don't know what I'm doing. My parents think I'm like out at my friends having a sleepover. They have no idea I'm fucking on Molly, drunk as shit at a party at like 12 a.m. at the age of 15. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, in my mind, I'm like, I'm fucking done. What do we do from here? What do we do from here? So we hear the cops walk off. And we hear them go towards like the garage where other people were hiding. Someone in the shed was like, we gotta run. We gotta run. And I was just like, you've gotta be kidding me. You've got to be kidding me. I'm like, run the fuck where? They're like, we have to hop the fence. Hop the fence as in hop into someone else's backyard, hop the fence. So I was just like, fuck it, let's go. We're fucking running and booking it towards the fence. In my mind, I'm like, okay, there's probably only like 2 to 3 cops here at the most. There's like so many kids. Like I just had to outrun like at least 5 kids. So I'm dipping, I'm running, and then I'm like, I'm 5'1". I can't climb a fucking fence. I am so short. So it's literally just like a free-for-all. Like people are just like climbing. It was like the most wild thing I've ever seen. Like, have you ever seen videos of people like breaking into music festivals and like climbing over fences? It was literally like that. So I'm trying to climb, and then I see my friend Thomas in a tree in the other backyard. He was hiding in the fucking tree from the cops. So he's like, oh, I'll help you. So he like pulls me by my hand from the tree and like pulls me over the fence. I'm like, great. So I came to the party with like a couple friends. So I see my friend Ronald, who I came with. He's like, yo, where's Kayla? Kayla's his girlfriend. And I'm like, I don't know. I thought she was with you. He goes, no, I don't fucking know where Kayla is. Keep in mind, we're in someone else's backyard having this conversation. So my mind, I'm like, we need to get the fuck out. We can figure this later. And he's like, no, where is Kayla? I thought she was with you. I'm like, I don't know where your girlfriend is. I thought she was with you. Like that's not an issue right now. We need to go. So he's like, I gotta go back. I gotta go back for her. And I'm like, she's fine. Like she probably made it. He's like, no, she didn't. I know she didn't. I would see her. She would answer her phone. She's not answering her phone. So I'm like, oh my God, is he really gonna do this? So Ronald's like, I gotta go back. And I'm like, brave soldier. So Ronald goes back, hops a fence to where the cops were arresting people to go find Kayla. If that ain't true love at the age of 15, risking getting arrested by cops while you're drunk, underage drinking, just to make sure your girlfriend's okay, then I don't know what is true love at that point in time. You know what I'm saying? So I was just like, man, like relationship goals. You get what I'm saying? Like, good for you, Ronald. They're broken up. They are not together anymore. They ended up getting arrested, which was cool. Me and Thomas and like a couple other of our friends are like just running, booking, dipping it through people's backyards, literally hopping continuously people's fences to get away. And then at one point we end up in an orchard. Just like the neighborhood's gone, we're in an orchard. At this point, we're just like, we just gotta walk. We just gotta figure our way out of here. None of us drove because none of us were of age to drive. Uber was not a thing. Uber did not exist at this time. I came with Kayla and Ronald, so like they were my rides to wherever, home, whatever. I'm like, how the fuck am I supposed to get home? Like, what do I do now? I'm gonna be abandoned in an orchard all night. Like I can't call my parents, but like, hey, I'm drunk and on Molly. Can you come pick me up in an orchard that I don't know where I am? Probably like 15 minutes pass and I get a phone call and it's from like an unknown number and I'm like, fuck. I'm like, it's my parents. They know. The cops saw me and they called my parents and my parents tried to trick me, so they called me from an unknown number. I answer it and it's Kayla, and she called from her mom's phone. She said, yeah, I'm in my mom's car. The cops arrested me, so I had to call my mom to come get me. I'm with Ronald. Where are you? Because my mom's gonna take us to another party. So Kayla's mom was like my hero for the night. Looking back on it, should a parent be doing that? I don't know, but it saved my ass. And Kayla's mom was like the cool mom for that time being. She literally picked us up from an orchard after her daughter got arrested for underage drinking, and then just dropped us off at the next party. And that was that. So, yeah, great times. Great grand times. That was a fun night, and a night I will always remember, because I thought I was literally going to die. So that was cool. Real cool. So that's the end of the story time, children. Please learn from my mistakes and do not drink when you're 15. Stay at home with your friends, prank call people, go toilet papering, like make videos on your computer, like I don't know, just stay a fucking kid. That's the end of the story time. I have so many more, so if you guys would want to hear more party stories from when I was in high school, let me know. But yeah, if you like this video, feel free to subscribe. You don't have to, because we're not about peer pressure here. But if you are going to do anything today, make sure you do something to save your earth, save the planet, because we need to. So like try something like stop using paper plates, stop using paper towels, and use a dish rag. You know what I'm saying? Like just limit your waste. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.